XRP, the hottest trade of 2026, says CNBC. And I've told you that XRP is going to be the shining star of 2026. I'm here to break down the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and to get you out of the hype and hopium. Waiting on saviors, price prediction, and build discipline, structure, systems, and processes. I'm going to break down today some of the top 50 assets and give you a logical view. Remember, this is my research. I'm only going to share with you exactly what I do. I encourage you to go deep. Get into your zone of competency. Make sure you understand what you're invested in. Because what's about to happen, it's going to go very green, and every crypto influencer, not every, most are going to be pouring all these new projects. Just remember Warren Buffett. This is wise counsel. Buy good companies. Let's put that in crypto. Good technologies at a fair price. Not the next best crypto or bad cryptos at a good price. You will get wrecked. I would stay within the top 100, even in the top 10, maybe in the top 4. I wouldn't go too far out. Don't invest in anything you do not understand. If you can't explain it to a 10-year-old and they can't explain it back to you, do not invest in it. Trust me, this is wise counsel. So on CNBC, they said XRP is the hottest trade. And they also said the big money is coming in. We've been telling you guys this since 2020. Nothing new under the sun. But I want to give you another logical view why XRP and Bitcoin are my number 1 and 2 holding. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just sharing it with what I'm doing, my zone of competency. So if you look at the top 50 assets, I'm going to read them off for you here. Top 50 assets in the world: gold, NVIDIA, silver, Apple, Alphabet, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and drumroll please, Bitcoin. Okay, so let's use logic. Everybody's telling you Bitcoin's going to zero. It's a pet rock, used for money laundering. Then why is it the number 8 asset in the world? Why did we have 0 Bitcoin treasuries in 2020? Strategy B was the first. Now we have hundreds of Bitcoin treasuries of companies on the S&P that are adding it to their balance sheet. My company did. Why would Trump specifically, leave the White House to crypto, come back as the Bitcoin president, the crypto capital of the world? Now here's how quickly people get played. The Bitcoin conference 2023, it was all anti-government, decentralization. By 2024, the Bitcoin conference, we were there. I physically saw congressmen, congresswomen, JD Vance. Trump was screened in. Everybody's like, yay, government coming into crypto. It's like, wait, weren't you guys anti-crypto, decentralization? So easy to sway people, man. Remember, the 1% will always remain the 1%. So what happened is they knew that an infrastructural change had to happen. The fiat system is dying, guys. You got to get over it. This is not our grandparents' economy. There's more debt than there is income in the system. Japan's at 500% debt to income ratio. America's at 120% debt to income ratio. China's at 300%. There's no real money. You're paid in someone else's debt. At some point, someone's got to stop kicking the can down the road. So Trump was, instead of kicking the can down the road, he's bringing in a new soda can. They created the Genius Act, stablecoin regulation, the Bitcoin treasury, did a sovereign wealth fund. Spends a lot of time in the Middle East. Go study Dubai. They don't tax their people. They have their own businesses and their own wealth, and they build their own investments. He's going to lower taxes. He's going to bring us back pre-1913, in my opinion. Much lower taxes, tariffs on other countries, public and private sector coming together, Reaganomics on steroids, low interest, printing of money, tons of debt. It appears that people are going to get wealthier, but remember, only 10% of Americans own most of the stock market. So Trump keeps bragging about the stock market being so high, but most of the middle class don't even have stocks. So it sounds good, but do you feel wealthier? No, you're broke. And let's be honest, you're still struggling to pay your bills. That's the reality. I'm here to speak truth to you. I'm here to speak to your heart and speak to your soul. Get your shit together. That's the beautiful thing about this, is they're literally giving you the fucking blueprint. Gold, NVIDIA, silver, Apple, Alphabet, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Bitcoin. And who was all hanging out with them at the inauguration? Just go look at the picture behind him. So what's going to happen by 2029, as a new president comes in, they're going to be running on high inflation, because when you print a ton of money in a low interest rate environment, it's going to cause hyperinflation, cause assets to be overvalued, and the smart money is going to pull profits. We're going to take profits, and we're going to protect it. The middle class is going to appear to be wealthier because we're going to monetize more debt because there's no money in the system. You're either paying interest or you're earning it. That's it. You want to start earning interest. Stop paying it. But that takes discipline and consistency, and that's not what you want to hear. You want to hear the price predictions, that you're going to be a multimillionaire tomorrow. But if you did that, you're going to get wrecked because if you're not prepared for the million, you're actually going to have worse problems. So I'm here to give you the reality. Doesn't sell, it sucks, it's fucking hard. But the reality is you can do it. And the reality is you need a system. The reality is you got to get in your zone of competency. The reality is you got to study your ass off, guys. Study, and build a system. Find good assets at a fair price and hold the line. Because at some point, you're going to be rewarded. So here's how I do it. I invented Capel DR. We just trademarked it. I created a system that will revolutionize how people invest. C is cash flow. Cash is trash. This is not our grandparents' economy. Savers are absolute losers. He's going to print a ton of money in low interest rate and your dollar is just going to keep going down. So we take income and we convert it into cash flow. Let the money flow. You put it in a bank, I move my money into assets. I move my money into insurance. So we create cash flow through income. Richest Man in Babylon, read that book. We take our income, I put some into dividends, which creates more income, which is still debt. So the income from active income and dividend income is now debt. I get paid in someone else's debt, you get paid in someone else's debt. I transmute that debt into A, capital DR, assets. Assets that beat inflation. You have to decide what assets work for you. Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it real estate? Is it Nvidia? Is it silver? Whatever it is. I like Bitcoin. It's my zone of competency. I like XRP. It's my zone of competency. I'm an ex-banker. I understand the infrastructural change at a deep level. I'm so convicted in it. But that's why I win, because I have conviction. I don't rely on another man or woman's opinion. It's my conviction. So my assets are XRP, Bitcoin, WLFI, Solana, HBAR, VeChain, XLM. I have many others, but I'm going to consolidate back up into my top 3 once these things get back to water or above water. So my top holdings will be XRP, Bitcoin, WFI, Solana, HBAR, VeChain, and XLM. On the stock side, I have ABTC, American Bitcoin, XXXI. I just have to close my eyes to the picture. And I stick in my zone of competency. I'm tight. When those assets go up, so we got cash flow into assets. When they go up, I'm crushing inflation. I'm transferring some of it off the table to protect some of it because there will be a market collapse. Remember, write down 10/10/2025. You're in crypto, you got wrecked. They liquidated 19 billion. Well, thank God I pulled some profits off my XRP when it skyrocketed because I had profits. I don't mean to be facetious, but I'm trying to teach you the game. So I entered back in as it came down. So when I pull profits, I put 10% into dividend stocks to create more cash flow. I put money into my cash value life insurance to create L, leverage, capital DR. When the markets come tumbling back down over 200 years, there's been over 30 market collapses, and there'll be more, and they'll be pretty deep. It's nothing new under the sun. Study the ant in Proverbs. It teaches you how to build a storehouse. I build a storehouse, and when everybody's fearful and they're panic selling, I'm buying the panic by leveraging against insurance at low interest to beat the hurdle rate to buy more assets. Then it recycles again. We de-risk back out. That's DR, de-risk, de-risk. And repeat the cycle. You need cash flow. That's how freedom is done. Freedom isn't waiting for price predictions, hopium, and hoping that some man or woman is going to come save you. It's you. You've already been saved. Christ is king. Watch you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Nature shows you how the cycles work. And if you look long enough, you'll see the life you're living from the seed you planted. You're not going to beat the Bible. You're not going to beat how God created this. You're not going to beat how nature works. Everybody's tried, and they've always lost. So rest easy. Know that you got this. The more disciplined and consistent you are, the greater wealth you will build. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you guys.